Ugh. We are live, and today I'm going to be revealing our new AI onboarding process, which literally cut our onboarding time for clients down from 7 days to 3 days. It's something I'm going to give away to my affiliates and my clients. They all have this resource, and it's a concept that can be applied to most businesses, or at least a lot of them. Okay, I won't say most. I'm going to explain a little bit about how we do things, or how we used to do things, and how most companies do things. And then I'm going to talk about how I made my AI onboarding agents and explain how you guys can do the same thing. And then we're going to show I've got my clients on here, some clients that have actually used it in the past couple of days. We're going to show some of the ones that they built and how it works. So right now, well, I'll talk about myself, the way we do it. We take the onboarding form submission, and then we are working with tools or either just working with our internal templates to prepare a game plan for a client. Um, as you start a business over time, you start to develop really dialed in SOPs, and then like central points of truth for your clients so that you're all in alignment. You know exactly what's expected. The team knows exactly what to do from A to Z from the beginning, and collecting everything you need to get it all the way done at the very beginning and having a plan that you're aligned on is what you need to have before you execute. And so most companies, they're taking that onboarding form, they're working on that plan, they then present it to their client. And when they present it to their client, oh, fair. I started earlier before I told her she was gonna, she might be upset she missed a minute or two. When you present it to your client, they may accept it right then, or they may say, hey, actually, I want to make this change. And then my team has to take it back, make the change, make sure they didn't miss it anywhere, and then they represent it to the client. So this process can take, it can easily eat a week. It might take 3 days to make that first plan, and then if they kick it back, it's back and forth a couple times. It can be a week easy. So normally, look, we can get it done in 3 days, and then usually it's approved right away, and the install takes 4 days after. Now, what you can do is basically I combined the onboarding form, right, with okay, when my team presents it to the client, they present it in a format I call an SOP. Essentially, it's a packet of information in the format that my team needs to actually execute with all the details needed. So it's like a submission packet, right? My team can take that and they can execute, and we know exactly what we're delivering. So now I combine the onboarding form questions with that final template, along with some transcripts of how I run my onboarding calls and the frameworks that I use to create a good offer hook for my ads process. All these different frameworks, they're all in this one document. And the document has instructions to where when it's dropped into a chat, to basically bring that chat to life and start guiding the client through answering all the questions they need. Now, that means instead of them having to answer all the questions about their business, they can just drop some documents, they can drop charts, they can give it their website, and it'll guide them through getting these resources together and then filling this whole form much faster than actually would be if they were filling it out themselves. Um, I'll even pull the transcript of my call with the client from the sales call and dump that in too. And that usually does most of the onboarding. So it shortens the time of the onboarding dramatically. And by the end of the onboarding call, we have an approved document that's ready in the submission format for my team. So just imagine this for instance for Facebook ads. I have a video that I can share where we did it with the guy with ads. And so now he's got his exact image. My team might need to go and make one quick edit to it. He's got it'll help you do a script for making a video. And then you've got all your metadata, every single thing that's going to go into the ads manager. Once he comes back a week later, once the ads have been running, you can even bring your data. You can export it from the Facebook Ads Manager on the performance, dump it into the chat, and the chat can then tell you, hey, this ad worked well, turn this one off, turn this one on. Well, let's make two variations for a split test, and it can create it in the format my team needs to execute again. So it really puts a lot of power into the client's hands to be getting exactly what they want, to get answers about their campaign's performance right when they want. I mean, I'm sure you guys all have a pretty good picture of what I'm talking about at this point. So now I'm going to show you. um, I've got one for ads and for high level setup. And as you can imagine, the high level setup one is something that's been a work in progress for a long time. Developing these templates for just for having a central point of truth for like what my team needs to set something up like this took a long time. So I'm gonna show you the finished version from doing it with Sebastian and Leah, who are on this call. You can find that. So this is there's two documents you drop in. Uh-oh. Let me try to open that in Google Drive. I've got them right here. So I've got one for automations and like pipeline. This is going to have, well, I'll show you when with it opened up, filled in. Um, which ones are the ones you guys just gave me here? All right. So one document has the copy and the prompts for every single thing that's going into high level. And the other one has all of the other data, like in automation plans. Uh-oh. So I'm getting some sort of error, Leah. I'm not sure what's
Right,
going
email it
on.
to you.
Can you share a Google Drive link? Can you upload them to Google Drive real quick?
Sure.
That'd be best because then it's already in the. When I open these files on Pages, it looks terrible for some reason. It doesn't look like it does in Drive.
Mm.
Um, and I think you guys just provided basically like a few documents. You didn't even have a website. And the chat, normally not having a website is creates a little bit of a problem for me because I don't have a good source of reference to update all of our templates with. And this thing is able to guide you through providing whatever documents you have and creating that knowledge base with the client there live quickly. So it's just really, really helpful. And Leah, I'm watching the chat. You can just speak up when you have it. And I'll show my templates while we wait, actually. That makes more sense. So I'm gonna go to this one. This is the pipeline SOP, right? And so this is mostly the pretty much all the automations, but this is all the fields that are on the onboarding form itself. So there's values we need that are outside the automation plan, like everything we need for A2P, for example. Um, Then you've got the pipeline automation. So this is our base set of global automations and um, automations really through a standard like Meta opt-in lead process. There's probably more to this. I filled in with almost everything I could think of off the top of my head. There's probably a few more that we'll add over time. But the important thing is I've got my base set up right here. This is what's already in the snapshot. And so the AI needs to look at this, kind of understand how I do things, and then it's going to add automations based on whatever the client said. So Sebastian, for instance, he's doing an integration with a dialer platform, an intent data platform, and a separate texting system. So it's three different systems integrated. And we literally I wrote out a one paragraph explanation of this is the plan of how we're going to be doing things. And bam, you guys are going to be blown away when you see the plan it came out with. So it updates all of these things based on what is provided. And as long as it has the template for the base, it can make multiple pipelines if the business owner has one. It just needs to kind of understand what my standard is. Um, so I've got a tab for tags and custom fields, contact syncs, calendar events, lead sources, and attribution. It has a guide for how we set up these different attribution processes so that my clients provide me all the info I need to do it right. And the AI will actually explain things to the client and make sure we get the info we need and then confirm that it's been completed. Teams, phone numbers, routing, access and credentials that we still need. I just added these two tabs today, dashboard stats. Um, and like where the data is coming from, how we're going to set it up, and then products and SaaS plans. So, and I haven't put my standard in here. I don't think there's really a standard. People do that differently. Every person does. But either way, this is pretty much everything you need for outlining a whole automation plan. And it is amazing how well it works. So we're gonna take a look at Leah's in a second. Leah, any luck getting that uploaded? Is it in the chat? There you go. Shared them. Perfect. Let me check my email. Mm, 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 mm. All right. So this is all the copy. I'm still gonna have my team. What I usually have them do is put it in tabs. There's a tab for each nurture flow, each prompt, in the knowledge base. I think I may have already showed you guys that a second ago. So they're still gonna take this and then paste it into that format because then it's easier for the client to work with. That way, if they want to change one nurture, they can just copy a whole section out, put it in ChatGPT, rework it, and drop it back in here, and then tell my team, hey, I just went and updated. And then, of course, you guys know there's version histories in these docs, which is part of why I like to use these. So my team can roll back and see exactly what was changed, even if they repaste the whole sheet. We can still flip back and see what it was before and flip back and see what it is now. Um, but yeah, so that's like instructions for the AI. That stuff would come out. Let me get down to the nurtures. So yeah, here's their knowledge base, their inbound voice prompt, yeah, chat prompt, and I've been real specific to not let it change my format too much. And when I see an issue, so now like this is going to make it really easy for me to transition to having account managers that are not as trained. They'll essentially just need to sit with the client and assist them on ChatGPT, and I'll have them most of my clients, I don't expect to have the $100 or $200 Claude plan that we use for this. Now we use Claude for this. I've been a ChatGPT guy up until right this week. I think last week I ended up signing up for Claude just because I know like it's not that hard to make all of my clients copy that much better for so I pay 200 a month. I'm on the pro plan for GPT and 100 for Claude. I think it's well worth it. But my clients wouldn't need that. I'll do it for them unless they want. I'll do it with them, or my account manager will unless they need it, or unless they want to get it. So you guys see all the copy here. And of course, my clients can then just, when you're in Claude, it pulls this document up on the right-hand side and your chat's on the left. And they're able to just chat back and forth to get the copy exactly how they want. It barely takes any time, and then they can submit it ready to my team to install. This one I think is more impressive. And if we go to pipeline automations, look, it's it's got all the new global automations, all the different pipeline automations for the different things that were in there. And it may take a little tweaking, but just the fact that it gets you this far, this is better than what we used to produce in 4 days. For the longest time, we would just give the copy and prompt SOP because and we would just kind of explain the automations we were going to set up in a Google Doc. Now that we have this and the fact that it gets us this far along, where really I just need to do a quick QA or my team just needs to do a quick QA. It gets it so everything is so much clearer. So let's check out the other tabs. Let's see if it's hallucinating or if this stuff actually makes sense. Yeah, I think it makes sense. Okay. But I think you guys get it. Um, does anybody have questions or anything they want to say about it?
Yeah, are you going to share this with us?
Of course. And Liz, we can update you've got you came in with like a fully built system, so it's a little harder for us to map it. Um, but I think as we do new things, like having the team and routing page, for instance, is a no-brainer, right? Because we're setting that up for you right now.
Right.
Well, we could start another company. I was
Mm.
wondering if we did that, like, is this for an AI agent or is this
This
from?
is for any business. This is to set up high level for any business.
Oh, this
And
is just
really,
the setup from the beginning to the end.
this is like a fully decked out CRM with automation, like all the bells and whistles you could do. You can really automate any process with these frameworks. Even
Okay.
an AI agent, you have to QA every phase of an AI agent's process because things will get stuck or not completed properly. And so if you have an AI doing a process, you need it to be, even if there's no people, you still need a pipeline. So you can look and see who got stuck at this phase. You can know what to QA. Um, and so, yeah, this is pretty much a framework for automating any process.
Got it.
And it's an it allows AI to set up what my team needs to go ahead and execute on the on automating that
Yeah,
process.
because we were thinking about doing an ad campaign for another company that I have.
Hmm.
And so we can just set up the whole thing like that.
Yeah. And then right, because then we wouldn't have gotten back that one that Sarah hated, the ad that she did not like. It would have been, you guys would have given it to me in the perfect format. So here is, and even like Liz, when the way I worked on the script and adding qualifications and stuff, all that is
Mhm.
built into my ads one. Um, so that you can obviously override it, but it'll give the same coaching that I give on those calls too. And it'll evaluate it. So here's the
What which
ad.
which script are you talking about?
Um, we didn't do a script for actually, we just did when we were doing the ad that said, um, I met with Liz to go over the ad for divorce.
Uh-huh.
And it was the static graphic that you guys had
Right.
produced, and me and Liz talked about it and like how to make sure we were getting the right type of people through the ad.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it.
Um, I'm gonna share this. Guys, this is free. This is anyone who's my client can get this, and anyone who's an affiliate. If anybody's interested in my affiliate offer, I think it's one of the strongest ones out there. I give a free hour of done for you setup and support from my team for every 97 you're spending with High Level every month. And so if you're on the 497 plan, that's enough for my team to build out a sub account for you every month for free, right? Um, it's 5 hours. If you already have a high level account, you can migrate over into a new one. I can show you how to get a new trial and then move your all your work into your new account. Now, again, I'm not saying you're under my agency. I hardly have anybody in my agency. I'm saying you start a new account the same as the one you have now, and then just move your business, your sub account over into the new one. And then you're getting a free sub account every month. I also do these group calls twice a week where it's a training at 2. You guys see I'm pretty generous with my resources and things I'm working on. I like to share. And at 1 p.m., we have an open office hours where you can come directly to me. I'm the second highest rated high level certified admin worldwide, and I won the top AI sub account award. So I got more accounts in all of high level to turn on AI employee. I have some really cool AI memory unification flows that improve the context across your agents. And I was about to automate it to where just from my Zoom calls, it would automatically generate these things from the transcript. But now I think it's better to actually have the client build it in a chat. It's actually much better to do it that way and faster. So I'll continue to be automating my processes. Now that this part's pretty much automated, sorry, they're cleaning my windows. It scared the hell out of me. Um, the next part is to have an AI agent actually set everything up from this document. You guys know Claude Bot. You guys have seen ChatGPT agent mode. And then there is Gemini Vision, which I've heard is one of the best ones that just came out. So all the companies, I've been doing ChatGPT operator for 2 years. I mean, they've had stuff like this before, but now it's really coming to the forefront. You've got two different competitors to GPT agent mode that have come out in the last like 2 weeks. So it's around that time when now I'll actually be able to automate our fulfillment. So for us, each project type, we have an SOP for it, and getting to that SOP is the first part. And then my team follows processes to actually install those SOPs, and that all comes from a pipeline. And Sarah, we were just talking about automating processes and what this is for. You have a We have a pipeline for our high level builds and a pipeline for our custom projects and a pipeline for SEO and websites. And once we have the SOP done, we can execute. Every stage creates tasks and my team does them now, but we have already set up all of our tasks to where it's a prompt. And it basically is pulling data from the SOP and it says, hey, you need to log in here with these credentials and do X, Y, and Z. And ChatGPT can't, the agent mode can almost do it. It can almost do it. And so it's going to be in the next year that my business is fully automated, all of our processes. And we just knocked half of our front end time off just this week with this process. So, Liz, I was gonna share that ads thing with you guys so y'all can play with it if you want.
Please.
Um,
Thank you.
and anybody else, there's a link I think I already dropped the link for a one-on-one in the chat. Liz, let me send this to you directly. Here you go. Ads, onboarding agent. And yeah, you can just what this produces, we already have access to your ads account. You can just give this to us and we'll be able to do it. I don't have one for our search atlas Google ads yet. And then I'll be making it for like our website SOP and all that kind of stuff too. But the most complex process we ever do and the thing we do the most of is high level builds. And so that's what I wanted to do first. And then number two would be ads. Um, Number three is it takes me like an hour to help people migrate their agencies over if they're ever switching into one through my link for that offer. So I have an AI onboarding that'll help you switch over into an agency under me too. So anybody let me know if they want to meet. I'm dropping the link for a one-on-one in the chat. Liz, I just emailed you that link. Did it come through? Because sometimes when I just send a link, it doesn't come, and I usually have to
Let me,
add. I
Okay.
should have added a little text.
And then do the page.
Ah, and Ray, grab a time at that link I just sent you there. I'm booked out solid every 30 minutes until tomorrow. And grab a time at that link for the one-on-one. Do you see that link, Ray? Cool. You're muted, but I see that you'll hear me. And so I think you got it. If you need help finding the chat, let me know. But I think you got it. All right, guys. Well, that's what I had for you today. I hope everybody got that link if they need it. And I'm gonna go eat some food. Does anybody have any questions or anything they want to say before you jump off?
so essentially, this that you gave us is going to,
You want
if
to
I want to optimize my meta
here?
ads through the
Yeah.
AI, it will be able to do it automatically.
I'm gonna send you a video where I'm doing this with
Uh,
a guy, and it'll show you how to do it. Now you're gonna want to use Claude,
okay, got it,
and you can export your data from meta ads, which I
got it.
think I show how to do in this video. Um,
Can you send that to me as well, please?
yeah.
Thank you.
Where is it, man? I was with. Here it is. This is in the Zoom chat. Anybody can watch that. Steve, you are affiliated, I'm pretty sure, aren't you?
I have no idea what my status is. I think I have some time left on there, but
Did you get?
I've had a rough couple months, and we'll catch up here soon.
Yeah, I'm here whenever you're ready.
I
And then,
appreciate it, brother.
yep, and then all this stuff, you're a high paying client. You got all this stuff can be yours if you want it, bro. No problem. I'll send it over. But check out that video. I think you're gonna like that, and then let me know if you need anything else.
Cool. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, everybody. I love sharing new stuff like that, and I hope it's helpful to somebody.
Thank
And
you.
no problem. If anybody has
Thank you.
questions, needs anything, just reply to wherever you got invited to this meeting, and I'll help you out. See you soon.
Hey, I kind of missed
Oh,
the end of it, but I
Cedar,
mean,
what's going on, man?
I came at the end, but I'll get a replay on YouTube.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I want to see what you're saying
this is
about
the coolest
automating.
one, bro. Yeah, go check it out.
I gotta see this
Yeah,
one. I'm like, I was in the middle of a call, but I'll catch up on YouTube.
go check it out, man. Sounds great. I'll see you
Yeah,
soon.
I will. All right, bro.
Bye, man.
All right.